Hello, everyone. Welcome to the next session of From Nothing, Tam's story. We're picking up where we left off as you have just had your encounter with the Sea Hag. It's 10 o'clock at night, and your party is a little rough. It is getting later and later, and as it is, things are getting more and more dangerous. As the festival proceeds on, things grow more unsafe as the monsters that are left out in the arena are more dangerous.
Tam is going to look to Hiram because he's the one that got beaten up the most and say, okay, we got 2 hours. You think it's worth taking our last rest and then seeing if we can find any of the hard fights to finish it off?
Hiram.
It's okay. You're looking at Sal's session.
Hiram looks at you and he says, I took a hell of a beating.
You did. And we have one potion left. We don't have a lot of resources.
I think maybe that might be the right call.
Yeah. And hey, all the other short rests have given us something important. I can't imagine that the temple will be different. Maybe whatever we get will help us with whatever happens next.
Hiram winces a little and he says, That's true. So where do we have left to go?
I think they said the Temple of Drunmir was where we go next.
All right. Lead the way.
Tam will do so. But he'll also, I think he will have clocked that wince and kind of look askance a little bit, like tilt his little tiefling horns. You okay with temples, Hiram?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Can I insight check?
You can.
It'll be a disadvantage, but
Yes, it will.
It is what Tam would do. That is a natural 19, which probably, ooh, that's natural 12. It's not bad. 16.
16. Hold on. You suspect Hiram is fine with temples.
Okay.
You don't read anything. Hiram's a surprisingly difficult human to read.
Fair.
So, you head that way?
Okay, we head that way.
All right. The Temple of Drunmir is just to the west of the southern docks. As you arrive, you see there is... Actually, roll me a D100.
Okay. Oh, shoot, that's 200s. That's not what I meant to do. Come on. 86.
There's no one else at the temple. You don't even see any clerics. You see there is no one but a solitary halfling woman with fiery red hair and a shaved head on both sides. The hair draping down her back. She looks to you as you enter, and she says, Y'all part of the festival, huh?
We are. Drunmir's blessings.
Welcome to the temple. If you need, you can make an offering. And she gestures to the enormous anvil behind her. And that's where you can take in the interior of the Temple of Drunmir. It's not like a Temple of Magos or even a Temple of the Fiddler. The Temple of Drunmir looks like a workshop with, on the far side of it, this enormous anvil in front of a furnace with lots of runes inscribed into the anvil. Do you speak Giant?
I do not.
Do you
Primordial, Celestial.
You don't speak Dwarvish either, do you?
No Dwarven, no Infernal. Nope, no Dwarvish.
Okay, you don't know what the runes say.
Do I know anything about Drunmir, though?
You know he's the god of builders,
Crafting.
the god of crafting, the god of creativity. Um, he's also sometimes seen as a god who is valuable when making decisions.
Ooh, Cam likes all that.
Uh, this enormous forge, furnace, and, well, temple is lined with mosaics depicting what looks like works of art made either by Drunmir or the followers of him.
It is clear from how Tam carries himself that he is immediately more relaxed now that this is the setting.
Okay. Um, the the halfling woman says, "Y'all are welcome to rest up here. All you need is this is one of the places you can rest during the festival. If y'all need
Okay.
anything, you can always reach out to me. My name is Cinder.
Nice to meet you, Cinder. I'm Temerity.
Pleasure. Are any of y'all followers of Drunmir? Well, me neither.
Tam. Oh, really?
Really, I'm a paladin of Anah. They needed a volunteer, and
Oh,
this
that's
works
nice of
out.
you.
I know, I'm very nice.
Yeah, that's this is the kind of work that I used to do when I was growing up, so I appreciate it.
Of course. Y'all go ahead and make yourselves comfortable. If you have an offering, be sure to make it.
He likes crafts, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Anything you build or use to make something. Doesn't matter what it is.
can it be something composed, built of words?
Did you make it?
I can.
Then he'd probably like it.
Okay.
Real straightforward like that.
Tam will look at the altar. All right, everybody. We feeling comfortable here?
As comfortable as I can be. And
All right.
there's like a nudge and Sigona says, "Be nice."
You how? Oh, cause you're hurt.
Hiram is like stiffly, like nursing. He literally was brought to zero, so he's
He was
very
brought to zero. Yeah.
stiffly moving.
Can I make an offering and do my song of rest for him? The offering is going to be a song to begin with, if that helps.
You can do anything you like.
Okay. I don't know if this. I just didn't know if the song of rest took up the whole like
It
short
takes
rest
10
activity.
minutes.
It takes 10 minutes. Okay. Great. Perfect. Um, I will play a song of rest so everybody gets an extra hit die. Tam currently has full HP, amazingly.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody else can roll an extra hit die. An
As,
extra d6, I think.
sure. As you are preparing your own song, Taunus says, "If you don't have anything material to offer, I have some spare trinkets."
I bet you do. Yeah, I guess if you want to make the offering, I actually have an idea.
Then,
Um,
by all means.
okay, yeah. Out of character, you better fucking believe I wrote a song for. I like tweaked a hymn for this.
Okay.
I don't. Would you like me to roll a crafting check for it first, or is it okay to just roll performance?
It's just role performance.
That's perfect. I will do that. It is a straight roll for Tam because he'll play it with Soul Singer.
What matters to Drunmir is not the skill in the making, it is the act.
Natural 20, and I'm not at disadvantage because of Soul Singer.
There you are. That's
Okay.
a 28.
I will sing it if that is okay.
Sure.
It is based on a real hymn. Where is it? Where did I put it?
As
Oh
you
my
begin
gosh.
to play, the temple feels, while it felt empty, it still feels as though all attention is put on you. And even the paladin Cinder sets her hammer on the ground and just kind of leans on the hilt as she listens.
In the rifted rock you carved me, safely sheltered I abide. Hear no foes or fears alarm me, while within the cleft I hide. Now I'm resting, sweetly resting, in the fortress made for me. Blessed Drunmere, rock of ages, I will hide myself in thee. In the rifted rock I'll hide me, till all clamors all are past. Still secure within your refuge, I'll refine my chosen craft. Now I'm building, ever building, in the peace you saved for me. On your anvil shape our ages, I lift up my hands to thee. With fiddle, also.
As you play and sing the song that you wrote for Drunmere, the music echoes throughout the temple. The acoustics, despite the forge and furnace, are actually remarkably pleasant in here. As the song finishes, the air stills. It feels as though your audience of one, well, at first, it felt like it was just Cinder. But echoing from, it sounds like the far side of the room, you hear clapping. The deep, rough clapping of calloused hands that is not quite as clean a clap as you'd expect from, say, a noble. You then hear, "My fortresses are always welcoming of those with crafters' hands, and the craft does not have to be iron and wood. You are welcome here, Temerity Goldhorn. Thank you for your offering."
Thank you for your shelter.
For now, my fortress is yours.
Tam will bow deeply in reverence and not in, like, flourish. And will just be silent, kind of soaking up the blessing.
As your team is blessed, so are you. You feel this uplifting swell within your chest. You and your party, in addition to your short rest here, gain 7 temporary hit points,
Hell yeah.
and you are all granted a death ward.
Amazing.
Which means that, should you be brought down to 0, you will instead be brought down to 1 once. But
Once.
it is
Still huge.
it is the blessing of Drunmere.
He will murmur his thanks. And then he'll look around and ask Cinder, this is more, I know it's more of a temple than a store, but is there any chance you've got crossbow bolts somewhere? I'm kind of running out and I'm better at range.
I'm sure we got some laying around. I mean, wouldn't be much of a forge if they didn't have weapons laying about, right?
That's true.
Let me take a peek. How many crossbow bolts are you intending to purchase?
I literally can just afford a sheaf. I have 1 gold left.
Okay. She finds and you can purchase a sheaf of crossbow bolts.
How much are they?
5 silver.
Okay.
You could buy 2 sheafs if you want.
No. He will be holding his last gold, and he'll hand it over and say, I can't go to a temple and not give something to the god that blessed me. It's not much, but it's my last gold, so call it an act of faith.
Cinder takes the gold from you and sets it on the anvil as she hands you the sheaf of bolts. You're all right. This ain't my temple, but feels like the right thing to do.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I am not technically a cleric, but I have.
I'll say you got the pipes in one.
I've got the faith. I've got the faith of the fiddler on my side. So
Oh, that explains a lot.
I understand it. I I like it.
She nods, and then resumes just not standing vigil, but busying herself around the temple. And your party takes a short rest. Let's go ahead and roll the hit dice that we need to. You did
Yes.
sing a song of rest, you said,
Yes.
so he gets a
Extra
free.
D6 for everybody.
Yep. Hold on a minute. Poor guy. Hold on. All right.
Thank goodness I was down to 4 bolts. Now I have 24.
Hiram will heal for that, plus the d6. Okay. Man, he needed it. Okay, he's up to 34 out of 44.
Okay, that's not
Plus
nothing. That's
7 temp. Sagona. Seven temp. Oh, and then the d6 as well here. Yep. Sagona's up to 31 out of 34. Taunus is looking fine, but
good.
she gets 7 temp. Oh, and she does click the short rest button. Skolna, short rest. And d6. Skolna's back to full. Okay. Your team has taken a short rest,
Fabulous.
which means we are within the last hour of the Fall Festival.
I don't know if it is possible for us to specifically seek out the bosses, but that is what Tam is going to spend the last of the short rest trying to strategize with them.
Well, kind of. Let me explain how the last hour of the Fall Festival works. There are 2 ways you can handle the last hour. One is you can try to hide. You can try and find a location to avoid any people, and in which case it's basically a survival roll to find a hiding place and stealth rolls to avoid being found.
Sure.
You can also choose to hunt. You can hunt by type, whether you're hunting for humanoids, beasts, automatons. You can also choose to hunt one of the bosses, Ulrich, the Minotaur, or Maxwell.
Oh God, we want to have Maxwell. That just sounds like waiting for Skullna to just have a heart attack. Um, I think Tam, we ran away from the Minotaur champion. I think that's the one that Tam would want to.
Okay.
But he would talk about like we got to try to get the jump on it. In either case, we got to try to get the jump on it, and also, um, don't we got to try to not get in close because that charge thing he does. I was so lucky that I got out of the way. It would have done a lot, I think.
Um, your team is listening.
And we're
Uh,
gonna need Hiram, we're gonna need you angry.
oh, I will be.
I'll try to stay in range of people as much as I can so I can deflect things, but the healing is also gonna be I'm gonna save I'm the only one right now that can heal at range. So Sagona, I think we're gonna need your all the divinity you got, that last shatter spell you have. We gotta try to get it down as much as we can, as fast as we can. From as far away as we can if possible.
So, you have met both bosses. You've had
Yes.
experiences with both bosses, which means that I can tell you this. Of the 2 bosses, the Minotaur is harder to sneak up on.
Okay, good to know.
The Minotaur is more mobile. But the Minotaur is, while the Minotaur can deal a lot of damage, it doesn't. It's not quite as capable of range damage as Ulrich is.
Yeah, that I think that is also Tam hasn't met they've only really like analyzed Ulrich, but I think Tam is a little more afraid of Ulrich, honestly.
Okay.
um, because he's never fought like a forged thing before, and they actually have like in the training room they've gone up against minotaurs. So I think that's where Tam's calculation is. Also, he's hoping that the the calculation is that the minotaur was on the field first, so he's hoping that it's maybe beaten up a little bit more now, like they're not fighting the bosses fresh, whereas Ulrich came on the field pretty recently, so he's hoping that maybe the minotaur has taken some more hits.
Okay. Um, while it is likely the Minotaur will not be fresh, it is also likely the Minotaur has ways of healing himself.
Oh, that's also possible.
And also, you
That's,
just rested.
that's true.
The
We did just
Minotaur
rest.
can
Oh,
as
which means
well.
that they can too. Oh, that's true. That's true. Is this? I imagine if this is a conversation that they're going back and forth on in their short rest. It did the did does Tanis like do any of the other like do any of the other team members have an opinion about this? Because I think Tam is really easily swayed in this way, and I will be happy to fight either one personally.
Let me roll.
I imagine that Tanis is maybe in favor of the automaton because it's a cool constructed creature, and that might be interesting to an artificer.
Taunus would say if we have electrical capabilities, such as lightning or anything of the sort, that would be probably be best against the big automaton. Um,
Well,
I don't know about the resistances and strengths of a Minotaur, especially one as bulky and armored as that one.
I don't have lightning, but if Tanis was able to switch out her armor, she would.
If that's what you want her to do, she will.
I mean, if they decide to go after, okay, I'm into this. If they go after Ulrich, then and she kind of brings that up, then that might be the prep. The prep for that would be the lightning launcher.
Okay. Um,
Um,
that is an
okay,
option.
that is an option. I think if he's easier to sneak up on,
Yeah,
let's do that.
100%. You've already hidden from
We've
her
already hidden
once.
from him the one time. The one time. Yeah, okay. I like the idea that like they're going back and forth about this during the short rest. Okay, I'm into it. And they haven't met him. They don't like he's an unknown quantity and also Tam is curious and was already curious about him the one time that they encountered him. So
Yeah.
so let's do it. Let's hunt Ulrich. Let's hunt Ulrich.
Okay, so you choose to seek out Ulrich, the Forged Titan. One moment while I switch old Taunus over to Lightning.
I know she prefers thunder, but Tam also uh rather likes the idea of Tanis being a little further away from the boss, because he is anxious like that.
I think everyone knows. Let's see here. One moment. Okay. Taunus now has lightning instead of thunder. Allow me to re import her. Okay. Sagona also holds up her gauntlet during that discussion and points out that she does have Shocking Grasp.
Okay, good to know.
Um, but as far as lightning spells is, that's what she's got.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right.
Here we
You,
go.
as you depart the temple, Cinder basically pulls you to the side briefly, and she just says, "Y'all take care out there. Hmm?
Thanks. We'll try.
I got faith in you."
But thanks.
And
I
she just kind
appreciate
of
it.
she thumps you on the shoulder with a gauntlet, and you are granted a guidance.
Aw, that's sweet of her.
But you are back out on the streets of Farum once more, searching for the biggest one, really. Go ahead and roll me a survival.
Does it have to be me, or can it be like Hiram, for example?
I think Hiram would happily take the mantle for this.
Excellent. Can I guide him also?
Sure.
Since I now remember that I have that.
Yeah. He rolled pretty
I
well.
could have done this whole time and was not.
You grant him guidance. Let's see. He rolls a 19.
Incredible.
It is a strange, meandering path he leads you on, between the buildings, through the alleys, until soon enough, as you are approaching, you hear of the Titan's footsteps. And then, when you're sure you're nearly up to him, you hear his voice ring out, "Come out, come out! Everyone's been hiding! This is such a boring festival!"
Time for stealth. Yes?
Roll me stealth.
I will add my guidance. Can I also give guidance to, like, Sigona? Since she's also at disadvantage? Or will that give me away?
It wouldn't last long enough,
Okay,
honestly.
fair. That is 21.
Okay, one moment here. 21, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
We have pluses to stealth, I think, as a team, which is cool.
Ironically, you find him once again on the main street. But not in exactly the same place. Let me go ahead and place you. Hiram's in front. Okay. No. Sorry, hold on.
You're all good.
Okay. Here is where you are when you find Ulrich. Peering through the alleys, Hiram points it out and says, "There's our guy." And the Titan is moving along the buildings this way.
He's, Tana said that he preferred to be called Forged, right?
Yes. How do you want to handle this?
Okay. Do we have time to hide? Can we, like, get up on this roof, maybe?
Yeah, with your stealth rolls, you can try. Who do you want where?
Definitely Skullman should be up on the roof.
Okay.
Probably Hiram should be under, like, an awning, maybe around here. Tam is also cool to be up on a roof, if he can be up on a roof.
Hiram can't get much closer than this without for sure
That's
being
fair.
seen.
That's fair. If Tam can maybe be up here.
Roll me stealth if you're being there.
Okay, no, if he can, I will not. I will not go farther. And then Sigona, maybe also on the ground. I don't know. Yeah, maybe also on the ground, just kind of a little bit backline for right now.
Okay.
Because her spells have range. Like as long as she is in range of the thing that she can hit it.
Well, Shocking Grasp is melee, but she can
Yeah,
use her other
grasp is
spells.
yeah, shocking, but she can use her other stuff until we get up closer. I just don't want to give us away. So like running in to give him a shocking grasp doesn't seem like a good opening play.
Yeah.
Is there any chance at all that uh I can't believe I'm just thinking of this because we have one wire trap left, I guess, but there's not really a chance that Skolna could set it, right? We're not far enough
You
away.
could
Or would
try and plant it here and then bait him to come that way.
that's true. Let's try that. Let's try that.
Okay. So then Skolna will move down here.
Yeah, Skolna can move down there. Yeah, yeah. And then maybe, in which case, maybe we could be on this roof.
Okay. Hiram is definitely going to need to be much farther back, as is
Cool.
Sagona. Like, back here to not be seen.
Excellent.
Skolna roll pretty good for her trap. And then Skolna will hide near it.
Okay, excellent.
Okay, so how do you want to try and bait Ulrich?
I think if we have stealth, I think we should just try to surprise him and get him to come in our direction.
I don't understand. You just going to attack him from there?
I mean, because he would theoretically, like, if the people from range could get at him, he would maybe come this way.
Sure. But this is a very narrow, like...
Oh, it is. It's true. Yeah. Oh, well, I could spend a resource and cast Silent Image right here, but it would only be silent.
What are you hoping to convince him of with that silent image?
That there's a dude there to come and get. Um. No, I think we can just call him over, I guess. Sorry, I'm in my head now. I'm like overthinking everything. I have minor illusion.
Okay.
That would mean that I wouldn't have to spend a spell slot. I'm gonna minor illusion because I can minor illusion a sound.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna minor illusion a sound like a shit coming from around this corner, like right here.
Okay.
Like as if someone has been in stealth and is not, has been in stealth and is trying to hide.
Okay. That's fine. Go ahead and roll me a deception check.
Cool. Oh shit. Tam doesn't have proficiency in this. Oh, that was a nat 20. But the other one was okay. That was a 15. So 20.
20. One moment. Hearing that, Ulrich will move this way to investigate. And as he like has to hunker down just a little bit to get underneath the roofs of these buildings. It's when he gets here that I need you and Taunus to roll me stealth.
Sure. That's another nat 20. That's wild. But it's only 13 because I'm at disadvantage.
Okay. Well, Taunus rolled a natural 20.
Incredible.
And now Ulrich's going to roll perception as he searches this alley for the noise. Okay. You rolled a 13, He rolled a 12.
Oh, incredible. It's the same thing that happened last time. That's really funny.
He lowers himself down. The axe arm is forward. And as he's looking, he says,
I heard you. Come out. This has been so boring.
and he pushes his way in. He seems eager to stand up tall, which he does in this entry. And as he does, you see his head just crest over the edge of the roof as he looks around.
Who are you? Really?
He's going to look around again. He's searching. Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
He's looking over the edge of the roof, and you watch as his orange eyes turn, and they just settle right on you. And he says,
Well, there you are. What are you hiding up here for? That's not where the fight happens.
what do you do?
I'm better. Okay. Come and get me. And he will bounce down from the roof.
Roll me a dexterity save as you drop
Trying
down.
trying to lure him.
It's a 10-foot drop here, and you don't have enough movement to make it safely. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
21.
You make it safely. You're fine.
Okay.
But that's where you stop, unless you spend an action to dash.
Yeah, I'll dash.
Okay. That's 10
Well,
feet up onto that roof.
Yep, I'm trying to lure him. I'm trying to lure him after me into the trap.
Okay. You hear the shifting of metal. And I need you to roll me I guess it's an intimidation check here.
That's very funny, but okay.
Yeah, it's an intimidation check. You're trying to get him to chase you.
It's terrible. 11.
Okay. Hold on. So, you don't really succeed, but you do make him curious enough that he takes a couple steps to watch you, which is when Skolna sees his leg in the middle of the trap and she pulls the wire, which is going to spark initiative. So please, before anything else, roll me initiative.
I mean, we got him into the trap. That's the important thing.
You did. You
And I
didn't really
rolled
convince
so-
him of anything, but you did.
I
You did get him there.
rolled so poorly on initiative, alas.
Skolna rolled so bad. Oh my god. Okay.
Did she roll worse than my natural one? Because I don't know.
Yeah, you're at a 10. She's at a 7.
Oh no! Rogue, no!
Yeah. It's possible. But as the fight begins,
66?
66, and he needs to make a dexterity saving throw, which he's not great at. But he succeeds.
Oh.
Oh, no, he
That was
doesn't. He has a
not-
-1. He fails.
didn't-
With 19 points of
Great.
slashing damage.
They didn't roll super great, but at least it's something.
Well, the trap seems to catch him unawares, and as the wires up his legs, you see they do cut and slash at the metal armor that he's made of, but it doesn't seem to do as much damage as you'd hoped.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yes, he
This is very
appears to
metal.
be resistant to non-magical slashing.
But at least it was something, and he didn't pass his dex save, and there would have been less. So, there's that.
Okay. Taunus will peek up over the steeple and use her lightning launcher
Yep.
with
Add that
advantage.
extra D6.
An 11 will not hit.
No!
So as the lightning out towards Ulrich, Ulrich seems to list to the side just enough for it to miss, and Ulrich says,
Ha ha! It's about time!
and you hear Tana say, shit, and then run back along the roof. That's what she's got.
Yep.
Hiram rolls his shoulders, and will charge forward, raging as he does.
Incredible.
Bringing the longsword up and swinging it.
Fuck him up, Hiram.
That's a 12 to hit. That
Oh my god, my team, come
they're
on!
not rolling well. It's Sigona's turn. Sigona will emerge just enough to see the thing, and is going to cast Shatter.
Yep. Channel Divinity about it. This is the time.
As she casts Shatter, she will spend the Channel Divinity, which is 3d8. The Titan needs to make a con save, which it is good at. It does succeed, but still takes half damage. It takes 12 points of thunder damage, which does seem to cut through. He doesn't seem to be resistant to thunder.
Okay, good. I don't have anything that it's not going to be resistant to, but, you know, alas, no magic.
That's how it goes. It's now Ulrich's turn. He will use his first attack to Hammer Fist Hiram. The hammer comes crashing down on him. That's a 23 to hit, which does hit. He needs to make a strength saving throw. He succeeds on the strength saving throw, but he does still take... let's see. He takes 24 points of bludgeoning damage, which is halved.
Halved? Okay.
So he takes 12.
Good. That's good.
Then the Titan is going to swing its axe hand.
Oh, 2! No!
Yes, it has 2 attacks. But a 17 will not hit Hiram.
Thank God. Okay.
Tam, it's your turn.
Okay. Tam is gonna say, sorry for the deception!
All's fair in battle, little one.
And he's got one move right now, and it's the crossbow. It's not the best move, but it's the move he's got. And that is a natural 1, because I'm doing great today.
Oh, no, that misses.
That's the second natural 1 in as many minutes for me. Is there any sort of cover that he can get to? I mean, he could go prone on this roof, yes, and then sort of...
if you're prone on this side of the roof, you're just kind of in front of him. If you get behind the steeple here, if you get behind this steeple here, that's half cover.
Okay, he will do that. He'll get behind and he'll get in half cover.
Ulrich is
You're really cool looking though.
Haha, thanks.
He will use a legendary action.
God damn it! Of course he has legendary action.
Of course he does. He's a boss.
He's a boss.
He raises the arm that has an axe on it, and you see the axe lowers. And over his wrist, you see there is a gun barrel. He's going to make a ranged attack.
On me?
I'm going to roll to see who it is he's going to ranged attack. The options right now are Sigona, you, or Taunus. It's you. He's shooting at you.
Yep, of course he is.
The cannon fires. Let's see if he hits you. Your AC is increased by 2? No. He rolled a 13.
My AC is not great. Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
That would have hit my regular AC. Good.
The roof tiles near you shatter as he misses slightly.
Tam yelps.
It's now Skolna's turn.
You're really intimidating!
Again, thank you.
Skolna's going to... How are you going to have Skolna play this? What do you have her do?
I mean, Hiram is in range. Can she sneak attack from here? She has to...
She'd have to get around him for flanking, but she can just sneak attack if she doesn't care about advantage.
Oh wait, doesn't she get advantage? Oh no. Oh, I see. No, she's hidden though, right? Oh, she's
She
not
is
hidden. 'Cause-
hidden, yes. So in the
So
like
okay,
later turns, she's going to have to either play by hiding or being in flanking. Right now,
gotcha.
she just
I think hiding is a better bet here. I think than because she's not really a melee person.
okay. Then she stays at range. She'll pop out and loose an arrow at advantage.
Come on, Skull, come on.
That is an 18 to hit, which does not hit.
Oh my god!
The arrow
This is gross.
bounces off of his armor. You hear Skolna swear and then run back into cover and is going to hide again. All right, that's Skolna's turn, and it is now Taunus's turn. From here, she can see the upper half of the Titan, and so she's going to try and use the lightning launcher again. Actually, no, she's not going to do that. She's smarter than this. She raises her hand, and from it, the gem in her palm suddenly glows, and you see this strange bubble boing, out towards Ulrich. And right before it gets to him, glitter spreads out in all directions as she casts Fairy Fire.
Oh my gosh!
It's a
Perfect.
dexterity saving throw. Which he fails with a 7.
Thank goodness.
So he is now glowing, and attacks are at advantage on him.
You're so smart, Taunus.
I know.
Good play.
Oh, not invisible. That's the wrong one. I tried to do visible. I'll just do that.
The opposite
That's
of
fine.
that, yeah.
That's what she has. Yes. She cast that spell. Let me just burn that spell slot. All right. She will then slide down the roof to get into more cover because she didn't know it had a ranged attack. Next, Hiram. He's in melee with the thing.
Has advantage on it.
Yeah, he'll swing. He hits. And he deals 9 points of slashing damage, which is halved.
Okay. Does it seem like we've made any sort of dent at all, though?
A little bit.
Some
A little
like,
bit.
trap, shatter. Okay.
He doesn't look perfect. Some oil is leaking from one of his leg joints. It's now Sigona's turn.
Can she flank? I don't think with her movement she probably can't.
No, but she could ready herself to.
Okay, cool.
She'll run up into melee, and as she does, she will cast Shocking Grasp.
Does he have disadvantage on it because he's metal?
Yes.
Amazing.
Well, it's a spell attack. It's not a save. She
Oh,
has
that's
advantage because it's made of metal, but
Has
she also has
advantage-
advantage
has
because of Fairy
advantage
Fire.
And because of Fairy Fire. Amazing.
Okay, she deals. She rolled a 1 damage, so he takes 2 points of lightning damage.
Can we channel divinity on that too?
She only has the 1.
Oh, she only has one channel divinity. Okay, good. Oh, that's
Yes.
right. We're level 3. Never mind. We're level 3.
Yeah, that's. She did 2 damage that turn. It's now Ulrich's turn, and he has 2 individuals in front of him. He's going to attempt to hammer fist Hiram again. That's a 26 to hit, which, yes.
I can't do anything about. I can. Silvery barbs. No, I'm gonna save that if there's a crit. Never mind.
Okay. It's a good thing because he only did 11 damage with that swing.
Okay.
So Hiram takes 5. Hiram must make a strength saving throw. We'll see how he does.
He has advantage, right? Because he's raiding.
Yeah. He succeeds.
Excellent.
Ulrich is then going to swing his axe hand at Sigona. He misses with a 15.
Thank God.
That's his turn. Next, it is now your turn, Tam.
I'm just trying to keep him talking. You seem nicer than the other guy that was real mean. 17. I don't think that hits.
No, it does not.
That's because I am. I was
Do you know
once a
the other guy?
contractor like you.
Really?
Really?
As he, well, legendary action. He has 2 in front of him, so he's going to legendary action, sweeping axe.
Oh shit.
Yes. He suddenly, his entire body twists as he makes melee attacks on everyone within 10 feet of him, which in this case is Sagona and Hiram. They need to make a dexterity saving throw to not get hit. Hold on.
It's not great. I'm not
Sagona.
great at this.
Succeeds with a 17.
Yay!
Hiram, who has a higher dexterity, fails with a natural 1.
No!
Hiram takes 19 points of slashing damage, which is halved.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Poor Hiram. He's not doing good.
No, he's getting beat up. Sagona manages to duck underneath the axe and takes no damage. Anything else? That's your turn. So it's Skolna's turn. Let's see. Skolna is going to run across here. Take another shot with her short bow. That's a 24 to hit. That certainly hits.
Thank goodness. Sneak attack.
She deals 18 points of piercing damage, which is halved.
But still is a lot. That's good.
Yes.
We're hitting him.
And then Skolna's going to bonus action dash and climb up and behind this cover.
Excellent.
It's now Taunus' turn. Taunus is going to run over this way. Still focusing on fairy fire, she will lightning launcher with advantage. Natural 20.
Yes! Yes!
She crits.
46?
Calm.
Because you can add that second.
It's crunchy crit. So it's 13 plus 6 is 19 plus 4 is 23 points of lightning damage, which he is vulnerable to.
Doubled.
Okay, so that's a big hit.
That's a big hit. Yes, Taunus, yes!
As the armor, the lightning lances out towards Ulrich, you see some of the servos pop and sparks fly from his joints as you hear Ulrich say,
Ugh.
and he drops down to 1 knee from the critical hit. And then Taunus will spend the last of her 5 feet to get behind cover.
Tanis, you're it.
That was huge.
That was huge.
So he just took 46 points of lightning damage. Hiram's turn.
That's incredible.
Maybe rallied a little bit from seeing the big hit. Hiram's going to swing his longsword.
With advantage because of fairy fire. Thank you, Taunus, MVP of this fight.
21 hits. He takes 9 points of slashing damage, halved. Sagona is going to finish the process of flanking. And then is going to attempt to shock and grasp. Okay. Let's see. Attack with advantage. She misses with 13.
Oh, I didn't attack with advantage on my turn. That would have been smart because of fairy fire. I wasn't thinking about it.
It is now Ulrich's turn. He's below half. You watch as he stands back up onto both feet. He breaks open a pouch that's strapped to his belt, and you watch as these metal, it's almost like steel dust that washes up over him and begins to repair him. He regenerates.
No.
Yeah.
How much does he regenerate? Do we
You
know?
don't know.
Taunus, what's he doing? Make him
Taunus
stop!
is behind cover, and Taunus says, I don't know. Okay. he will then suddenly he's aware that he's being attacked on both sides. We'll see if this recharges. Okay. He is swinging a hammer at Hiram. That is a 21 to hit. That hits.
Dynamic deflection.
Okay.
Doesn't hit him.
All right. He misses. He will then turn and swing his axe at Sagona.
Tam has done one useful thing. Two useful things. He lured them into a trap, and then this.
That's a 24 to hit.
Okay, that I can't do anything about.
Sagona takes 23 points of slashing damage.
Oof.
Sagona will spend her reaction. And she's going to use Wrath of the Storm.
What's that?
It demands a dexterity saving throw of Ulrich. Which he fails with a 4. Sagona suddenly sparks with electricity as she's hit with the axe, and the lightning dances up the axe blade up to Ulrich as a Tempest Cleric. As a reaction, when hit with a melee attack, she can respond by making them take 2d8 lightning damage.
That's amazing!
He takes 6 points of lightning damage, which is doubled
Incredible.
for 12. Ulrich. Ugh.
I don't like that much.
Tam, it's your turn.
Tam's gonna fire with its crossbow and actually remember that he has advantage this time. Do terribly on the first roll and crit on the second.
Okay, you hit.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll damage.
1d8 plus 3. It's a crit. It's piercing, so I know that. So that's what, a d8 plus whatever he rolls, plus 6.
Okay, so you dealt 6 points of damage. Add 8 to
Yes.
it. You dealt 14 points of damage.
14, but halved.
Yes.
So 7. But still, he crits. He gets a good hit for him.
Yes. The bolt gets somewhere really inconvenient and does
Like in
a
one
good
of the
amount
gears or something like that. Yeah.
Anything else in your turn?
Are you still a contractor?
Yes. Well, not right now, but yes.
That's really cool. Okay, I'm done.
All right. It's now Skolna's turn. Skolna is going to dart out. She's going to use her short bow. That misses with an 18.
Alas.
She will get back behind cover and try and hide.
Yep.
Oh man, that's the worst stealth she's ever rolled.
Oh no, is that like a nat 1 stealth
Yeah.
or something?
She like
Oh, no.
stumbles, she trips on the lip, making her, she's out in the open. She's very visible. No. Yes. It's now Taunus' turn, but before that happens, the Titan's going to use a legendary action, and is going to make a ranged attack.
Skolna, 'cause-
It's going to be on Skolna because this is the first time he's had a real chance to even shoot at her. He has to hit first.
Come on, Skolna.
Natural 20.
I have one spell slot left. Silvery Barbs.
Okay.
He'll reach out. No!
That natural 20 becomes a 24 to hit.
Okay, it's at least not a crit.
It is not a crit. Still doesn't. Ah. Okay. Skolna takes
What does it
34 points of piercing damage.
She up?
Well, she has Death Ward.
She has Death Ward, but would this have brought her down?
Yeah, she's at 1 hit point.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, she has advantage on whatever the next thing is she does.
As she stumbles, she's like trying to stand up, and the gunshot just right underneath the shoulder, right through her, and she drops to the ground immediately. And then you just hear her say, "Oh," as she stumbles and rolls behind the cover. It's Taunus' turn. Taunus will whip out and use the lightning launcher again.
Yep.
With advantage, that is a 17 to hit. That misses. Okay, she'll duck back behind cover. Now it is Hiram's turn. Hiram is going to swing. Doing everything he can to try and whittle this guy down, rolling with advantage. It's a 17 to hit. That does not hit.
His
Sigona's
AC,
turn.
though.
There's a lot of it. He's a big pile of armor. Sigona is going to attempt to Shocking Grasp. That's a 25 to hit. That certainly hits.
Fabulous. Come on, roll good on damage.
That's 10 points of lightning damage total.
Good.
Struggling, and with servos failing, Ulrich again tears open a pouch, regenerating. And he heals. Okay. Then he's going to, just his weapons, he just, like, clashes them together, and he says,
Finally, some excitement. This festival has been so dull.
as he swings the hammer down on Hiram.
Has no one tried to fight you yet?
Just a couple, but they never finished the fight.
As he swings down on Hiram. And you hear Hiram, as he gets slammed with a... Yeah, that hits. As he gets slammed, he says, "Can y'all talk about this later?" Hiram will make a strength saving throw.
Sorry, I don't mean to distract you, Hiram. I'm just really nervous.
Hiram succeeds on the strength saving throw, but takes 22 points of bludgeoning damage, which is
Oh
halved.
my god. Oh my god.
That rage is saving him right now, let me tell you.
Yeah.
The Titan will then whip around and swing his axe towards Sigona.
He can do 3 things? He
He has
regenerated already.
multi-attack and the regenerate, which he can do once he's brought below half health.
No.
Yes. It's a 27
very-
to hit Sigona.
Oh god damn it. I can't fucking do anything.
Sigona is brought below 0, which she is actually brought to 1.
Okay.
Sigona will again
Wrath of the Storm.
Destructive Wrath. Ulrich will dexterity save. DC's 14. He rolled a 15 minus 1. He met the DC. He
Take that
succeeds.
2d8.
So,
The DC's 14. God damn it.
yeah, he succeeds. Which I believe he still takes half. Let me read the feature. Yep, half damage. So, she rolls 10 damage, which is 5, but he's vulnerable, so it's 10.
Amazing. Well, every little bit helps.
Yes, she has 2 of those left.
Is he below half? Is he below half again?
Oh, he's been below half for a while. He's just doing his best to stay there. It's your turn.
I mean, I'm gonna do the thing I do. I'm done. Tam is really worried. He is out of spell slots. They have 1 potion. They're fighting a thing that he's never fought. Tam is talking and is chattering because that's what he does when. I think that hits though. That's a 23.
A 23 hits, yeah.
So won't do much. 7 points halved.
Okay.
Whittling him down.
The Titan, at the end of your turn, is going to use a legendary action to again shoot at Skulna because he can see her still.
Fuck.
It's his last chance, he thinks, to get a shot at her, which it probably is. Her AC is increased by 2. That's a 27 to hit.
No!
Let's see how much damage the gun does. Okay. Skulna takes 37 points of piercing damage.
Oh my god, does that kill her?
It does.
No!
As Skulna gets shot, she is just peering up over the edge of the roof, and the gunshot slams into her, and she is knocked down and slides down the roof 10 feet.
Skulna!
That's the legendary action. Skulna has perished. Does not need to make any death saves. Taunus. Seeing what has just happened, Taunus grits her teeth, whips around, and is going to try and attack the Forge Titan with her lightning launcher. That's an 18 to hit. That does not hit. Remind me, who's carrying your real totem?
Taunus is.
Okay. Missing, Taunus will dive back behind the wall. Hiram. He's gonna swing his longsword. A 19 just misses. Sigona. She will attempt again to shock and grasp the Titan. Natural 20. She sees the Titan take out Skulna, and she grits her teeth, and you hear her say, "That's my best friend." And then just reaches out and zaps the shit out of Ulrich from behind and rolled max damage.
Yes, we love it.
That's 16 points of lightning damage, which he is vulnerable to, so he takes 32 points of lightning damage.
How's he looking?
Horrible. Let me tell you. He's barely standing. The Titan getting zapped by Sigona.
I am sorry.
And is going to regenerate again. Okay, he heals for that. Okay. He whips around, swinging the axe hand at Sigona. Because, ow.
Yeah.
That's a 23 to hit. Sigona is knocked unconscious. Well, hold on. I need to roll damage, because this might fucking kill her, too. Okay, Sigona is just knocked unconscious. The Titan then turns back to Hiram and swings his hammer. It's a 24 to hit Hiram. Hiram takes 17 points of bludgeoning damage, which is halved. He's brought down to 1 hit point as the death ward keeps him up.
Okay.
The Titan is going to, now no longer being harassed by Sigona behind him, he's going to move past Hiram and then finally sees Taunus.
You have been harassing me for the last entire fight.
And Taunus just says, tactics. It's your turn, Tam.
Tam, honestly, before Sagona got that big hit in, Tam was literally ready to call truce on his turn because he's seen a person go down before and he didn't like that. But Sagona dug in and now she's unconscious, and so he's gonna fucking finish this fight. He is going to jump off the roof. And
Dexterity
do you want me
saving
to
throw, please.
Yeah, okay.
It's just for bludgeoning damage in case you land badly. That's all it is.
15.
You succeed.
He's gonna jump off the roof right into melee with him, and he's gonna attack with Soul Singer.
Okay, you have advantage. $21
21.
hits.
11 points of magical damage.
That goes through. The weapon seems to slice into the armor as if it was butter. Is that your turn?
That's he is shaking, but he's standing straight, and he says, "No, come after me. You leave her, you come after me."
The Forged Titan looks down at you with his glowing orange eyes, and he says,
There's the spine.
and then at the end of your turn, he's going to legendary action, Sweeping Axe. I need you, Taunus, and Hiram to all make dexterity saving throws. DC 17.
18.
You succeed. Hiram fails with a 2.
Okay, so he's down.
Taunus fails with an 8. Okay, one moment while I roll damage. You... Please, Foundry. Okay, you don't take any damage. Hiram is knocked unconscious with 19 points of slashing damage. Taunus takes 19 points of slashing damage.
Did she succeed her concentration check?
I'm rolling it now. DC is 10. She rolled a 19. Fairy Fire stays up. Alright. So now Taunus' turn. She will try and zap the shit out of him because he's looking real low.
Yep.
She attacks with advantage. Oh, that's 12 to hit. She rolled 2 sevens. Okay, well,
Get in cover?
she is in range to his melee. She cannot disengage without taking an attack, and she is not keen on that.
Yep, fair.
Hiram is unconscious. I need to make a death save for him. He fails his first death save. Sagona must make a death saving throw. She succeeds. The Titan, facing you and Taunus, is going to make 2 attacks. It's going to try and... It's going to axe you and hammer... No, it has to axe Taunus. So it's going to hammer you.
Okay.
I need you to... Wait, I need to see if I hit first. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's a tense
You're
moment. That's a 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Not great at these. And then fail.
You do fail. You are knocked prone. You take 23 points of bludgeoning damage. It will then
Tam is
swing
below-
its... Your what?
Tam is below half health.
Okay. I don't know what your health is, because the Foundry's not
Yeah,
updating.
that's it, because the Foundry... Yeah.
He's going to swing the axe at Taunus. That's a 27 to hit Taunus. I don't think she has anything here. Let me see if she has any reactions she can use. She can automatically succeed on a strength save. No,
Well,
nothing here.
oh.
Well, not succeed, but she can add her intelligence modifier. All right. Taunus takes 22 points of slashing damage. Taunus is reduced to 1 hit point
Because of Death Ward or before Death Ward?
because of the death ward.
Okay.
It's now your turn, Tam.
How is he looking?
Critically injured.
Okay. He'll swing. That hits 21.
21 hits.
That was almost a crit, but not quite. That's not very much, but we'll take it. 7 points with souls.
Okay, he's still up.
Okay, but Tam is going, Treat! Treat, we need you right now! I don't know how many rounds it's been.
He is still existing. Ulrich, seeing both your team and himself are on the last edge, is quiet. At the end of your turn, Ulrich's going to legendary action Sweeping Axe. I need a dexterity save from both of you.
That is a failure. I was hoping I would get an inspiration, but I have none. So this is probably where Tam goes down.
You have Death Ward, don't you?
I have. Oh, that's true. I have Death Ward. That's right.
Taunus rolled a 9.
Okay.
Taunus is knocked unconscious. You take... Well, okay, hold on. Let me roll the damage. You take 16 points of slashing damage.
Okay. I'm up because of Death Ward.
Okay, you have 1 hit point. As Taunus falls unconscious. Alright. Taunus rolls a death save. She succeeds on her first death save. Hiram must make a death save. Hiram succeeds on his second death save. Skona must make a death save. Skona fails on her second death save.
She succeeded the first time though.
Yeah, she had her second death save is a failure. Her first death save is a success.
Okay.
She has 1 fail and 1 succeed. It's now Ulrich's turn. It's just you and Ulrich.
Yep.
Ulrich's looking down at you with 1 hit point, and Ulrich just says,
Whether I fall or you fall, Goldhorn, it's been a good battle.
Thanks for the lesson.
he swings the hammer. It's 25 to hit.
I can't do anything about that.
You fall. Wait. Let's make sure you don't die here. Hold on. Okay, you take 21 points of bludgeoning damage, so you are knocked unconscious.
Yep.
Which means
We were so close.
you were very close. You got to the last hour. Okay. One moment, please. The darkness. It's cold. It's cold and new. But not that new. You felt this a lot. Every time that you were brought to the Temple of Magos, every time that you were given a lecture about your studies, every time that you were reading something that you just couldn't care about, it was too dry, it was too boring. It was so achingly slow. There was so much more that you wanted. There are so many things that you wanted to do. You wanted to express yourself. You wanted to sing. You wanted to make music and let it echo through the halls of this dreary place with its high ceilings and books everywhere. But you were always a little afraid to express that want. It's that same cold. No matter how warm the temple was, no matter how warm your family was, you still felt that cold, and that cold is here right now. What is Tam thinking right now as he is unconscious on that street?
He failed. He failed. All he wanted to do was finish the festival, and he could have hidden. He could have stayed in cover. He had one thing. He didn't even
You cut out.
wanted to see. He just wanted to see midnight. He just wanted to see midnight, and he couldn't even do that. So, and not only that, but like, Skalna fell, and he doesn't know if she's gonna be all right. And so this is a dark night of the soul moment for Tam. He's pretty sure he fucked up, and maybe everything that he was trying to do was wrong, and he should just go back to the temple, because then at least he would be useful to his sister. He tried to be brave, and one of his friends maybe died about it.
It is these thoughts, the thought of failure, the frustration that burns through you. It sucks, but it doesn't last long. Because before you know it, you hear familiar sounds. Boisterous, loud laughter? Conversations? You awaken to the face of the cleric instructor Treat looking down at you. You're seated against the wall. You hurt. Everything hurts. Your body feels as though it was crushed beneath a giant stone slab. And you hear next to you, still alive, huh? There's Hiram.
His nails are gonna dig into Treat's like arm. And Skalna, is Skalna okay?
Skalna's fine. She's right here. She's fine. And you look over and you see Skalna is against the wall across, like, next to Hiram, next to you. And you see that her face is bloody, and she is, like, holding a wet rag to her mouth, but she looks over at you and just raises a hand.
Oh, thank the fiddler. I'm so sorry. One more hit, and we would have had him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You see Treat just kind of shaking his head with a small smile, and he says, "You don't know how right you are." Your entire team, everyone looks tired and beat up, but no one looks upset. And as you keep saying you're sorry, Sagona just shoves you in the ribs, and it hurts so much. And Sagona says, "Shut up. We made it almost all the way. We did fine.
We could have made it the whole way.
We were close. And do you know how none of the other student teams made it as far as we did?
Really?
Look, they're over there." And she points, and you see the other student teams are at tables, also nursing injuries, but it's clear they've been here a while. In the Merry Guard, where looks like only Merigard students, contractors, and teachers are.
Huh.
You hear footsteps approaching, and you look up, and you see Tally Soothsinger with her hands on her hips looking down at you.
Hi, Tally.
Well, hi there!
I met your friend. I like him so much.
Yeah, I know. Sing told me. Seemed real eager to sing with him.
Well, yeah, he was another bard. I hope I get to do that someday. Maybe.
Well, you did a mighty fine job. And you led your team remarkably well. Even though you might not have won, you still made it to the last hour, and that's more than we can say for any of those fucks. And as she thumbs it, you see Norre looking over, and she just scowls.
Tam looks back at her with, like, big eyes. And, like, shakes it. He, like, it is very clear that he doesn't believe that this happened.
Tally laughs and says, Aye, you beat Norre's team. She's real bitter about it. I wouldn't talk. It's a little tender. I wouldn't talk about it right now. With her.
I'll wait until I have money to buy her a drink. I don't have any money anymore.
But you made it to the final hour, and so, well done, all of you. Well, there's nothing. You don't get any prizes for not finishing. I am very proud of you.
Thanks.
And
Should I have...
Tally kneels down next to you, and she says, "And I saw you stand up to Ulrich. When everything else was going in the fire, you stood up to that big fuck, and I'm proud of you."
You don't think it was a stupid thing to do?
It was hilariously stupid, but it was the right thing to do at the same time. I am so proud of you.
They hurt everybody, and I couldn't just stand by. I spent the whole stupid festival yelling at people from the back, and that's fine. A little bit, I guess, but...
So Tally, interrupts you by, grabbing one of your horns and tilts her head back to look up at her and says, "Listen, when the going got tough, you stood up for your team, and you weren't willing to let them run. You weren't willing to let them fall without you. You didn't run away, which is what the rulebook says you're supposed to do. You stood and fought for them. Aye, that's what the rules say. To live so that you can avenge them. But I think it's better. You stand for them and you fight bravely. So I'm proud of you. And I'll be writing a song with your name on it soon enough."
Thanks, Tally.
You got some bravery in there anyway. And she nudges you on the chest where it hurts again.
Oh.
And she just smirks and says, "Look at you, Nail. All of you,
Okay.
why don't you find a table and stuff sitting on the floor? Really, Treat, is that the best you could do?" And Treat says, "They were critically injured. I needed to tend to them immediately. Sorry I didn't get them into seats first."
Thanks, Treat.
"You're welcome."
I was really worried. You got us. It's fine. I just...
Was there ever any doubt?
Well, there was one time that I didn't get there in time, so...
Well, that's different. That's always different. The festival's a training exercise. We were watching the whole time.
Does that ever get easier?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Still, you did well.
Thanks.
He offers you a hand to stand up.
We gotta turn... You took all our totems, I imagine?
Afraid so.
Okay.
If you fall, you lose your totems.
Well, we got 14 of them.
Yeah, you had a nice pile.
Yeah, some of them. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Ow. Okay.
Easy. And
he's gonna look at Skullna and say, "You don't like hugs anyway, and I'm not gonna hug you now because you're, and also I'm hurt. But just imagine that I'm hugging you."
Skullna looks at you with a weird look on her face, and then she leans in and kisses you on the cheek, and she says,
"Aw."
"Shut up." And then she's gonna head toward the table.
I'm glad you're okay.
And then she turns back and says, "You really need to learn when to shut up."
Okay.
Your team slowly gets up, painfully, and makes their way toward one of the tables. You see, as you sit down, there is the towering, lumbering, kind of bent stature of Yithron looking at you, and he says, "I saw what you did."
Hi, buddy. Would you have a good festival too?
"It was awful.
Oh no, it was awful. Why?
We went out first. Minothar crushed us."
Oh yeah, that thing was really bad.
"Yes,
He almost crushed me too.
I saw. You smart. We weren't."
Well, I'm glad you learned some stuff though.
"Me too." And he, like, nudges you on the chest. Gently. It doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt. It's, like, right on the heart. And he says, "Well, you show. Heart of the Knoll.
Really?
Smart. Yes.
Thanks.
Would be honored if you visit Clan."
I would love to. We could duet for them.
"We can sing many stories."
Yeah.
And then he kind of just smiles wide, his fangs, like, reaching all the way down past his chin as he's grinning, and says, "I catch you later." And then,
Okay.
like,
I'm gonna
looks
tap
off
him on the
back towards
shoulder
him.
and give him guidance because
Ow!
that's our thing.
It's where
Sorry.
Minotaur bored me.
Sorry.
As your fall festival has finished and your party, your team, is gathered around this table and ale is poured to you. The conversation is tense but begins to loosen up as it begins to talk about just how ridiculous the fights were. Like, Sagona turns to Skolna and says, "I saw you get blasted in the face because you stumbled on your ass." And Skolna just glowers at her, and Sagona says, "Was that the best you could do that, really? You fell on the roof and got shot for it." And Skolna says, "Shut up, Sagona."
But look, we were all tired. We're all tired. Hey. I want to give a toast. Okay?
A toast to what?
Well, to our team. And especially to Taunus's cleverness. And
Was there any doubt?
never, ever, always, never. The tactics were amazing.
That's what I thought.
And to Sagona's hardiness and compassion, and to Hiram's bravery in the face of just terrible.
Fuck that thing.
Yeah. And to Skolna's dexterity at all times.
Except the last bit. Fuck you, Sagona.
And is that everybody? Sorry, I'm not looking at the.
And then Hiram says,
And
"And to Tam's quick thinking,
what thinking was that?
you were thinking on your feet the entire festival. It was your plans that got us through as far as we did."
Well, okay, yeah, sure.
Cheers.
Cheers.
The party all take a drink. And as your fall festival ends, you spend the evening recovering, laughing, and seeing that your party, they're taking the loss in stride, as they don't really see it as a loss. Well, yeah, you might have been bested by a massive forged suit of armor.
Yeah.
You handled yourself well, and you got a lot of totems. And no
We
one
got it
is
down
upset.
to 1 hit point. We get it down to 1 hit point. We were
got,
so close.
You got Ulrich to 1 hit point.
Yeah.
If your rapier stab had done 1 more point of damage, he would have gone down. You were
Incredible.
so close.
So close. So close. Or if my initiative had been a little better, like.
If
Dice roll.
the dice tell the story, and
Dice tell us-
it is at this point that the door opens, and in enters an oddly familiar forged, though not a titan. You see an orange-eyed forged automaton wearing what looks like a large padded jack kind of walks up to your table and says, "You almost had me."
Oh, you're this. Oh, hi.
Hi. Yeah, the other was a suit just for the festival. I'm over it.
Oh, I thought. Okay, I thought you were always that big.
Nope. Nope. Just for the festival. It's always
You
fun to paladin around, though.
you were really scary. Ow.
Yeah, no hard feelings, right? It
No,
was close.
well, he'll look at Sona.
Skolno's just kind of glowering at him, and he says, "No hard feelings, right?"
Tam will proffer his hand and say, "I think it's gonna take a minute. Our pride is a little bruised, but it was an honor to fight you, Ulrich, right?"
Ulrich. Yep. I will say, of all the student teams that I fought, you by far were the quickest and the cleverest. So, well done. And he shakes your
Thanks.
hand.
I'm glad it was not boring.
Nope, it was finally some excitement. They told me it was, it's always for a training exercise, but everyone was just hiding from me. It was very boring.
Well, we hid from you too at first to try to get some first.
You could have just asked me.
Well, but then we would have had to fight you.
That's true.
Yeah, so
That's a good
it
point.
was. We wanted to. I got a lot of really good brains on this team. He'll smile at Alma and Tanis, and we needed some time to plan.
Well,
First.
I can't hold that against you. Ilrad will be proud.
I hope so.
Anyway, I gotta go talk to the other student teams that weren't so lucky. I hope you all have a good evening. Well, morning.
Me too.
And get
Good
some
to
rest.
meet you.
And Ulrich makes his way away from you all. Is there anything in particular you want to do tonight at the end of the fall festival before we move on?
What a good question. I had my little thing here. Wait 2 seconds. I think. What is the mood at the table right now? Are people still kind of smarting a little bit?
A little. Everyone is kind of. It's cathartic. Everyone is recovering, and they're beginning to take to heart the fact that you're a bunch of students, but you almost made it, and you fought some real powerful creatures.
Yeah, that's true. I think he is noticeably more subdued than he is usually, but especially after the alcohol start to kind of like recap things in that bardic way that he does, and to do the sort of like, and you were amazing in this way, and like kind of recounting like the specific excellences of each of the team members. And I think in particular, he'll make sure that like Tanis and Sagona both understand like how incredible they were both in that last fight, and like the lightning launcher and like that wrath. I think the storm reaction thing, I don't think that's ever something he's ever seen from Sagona before. So like that'll be huge for him, and it'll just be like he'll kind of get into his excitement rhythm. And like constantly be like, start to gesture with his hands and ow, never, ow.
After like the third time that's happened, Skolno will turn to Sagona and say, "You don't have to heal him right away, do you?" And Sagona just looks at her weird, and then Skolno says, "It's keeping him from going on a roll, and I think it's a little calmer this way." To this, Sagona actually like gives the dwarven belly laugh that she actually, just like echoes throughout the entire tavern. But then she smacks you on the shoulder and
Ow!
heals you with a cure wounds. You are healed for her last spell slot. You were healed for 5.
You all pretend not to like compliments, but I know that you actually like compliments secretly in your way sometimes.
Skolnin just looks at you and says, I love compliments.
Okay, see? So then you let me be myself, please.
I think the night will end with everyone giving Tam a really hard time for just being himself. Just like, shut up. And that,
Yeah,
as the night
that's cool.
closes on the Merry Guard and the end of the Fall Festival, is where we will end the session for tonight.
Okay,
Despite
cool.
having been defeated, well done. You played that very well.
Hey.
You did a good job. I'm sorry that that fight was nuts.
Hey, it's it could have gone either way, and I the dice fell a certain way, and honestly, like the whole time, like Tam is more disappointed than I am. Like Tam really just wanted to make it. Tam wanted to make it to the end of the festival, and he's sad that he didn't get to make it to the end of the festival. I am thrilled at this outcome. um, because like Tam, I think if Tam had won, that would have been like another cool facet of the story. But like his losing at this point when he got so close is, I think, it makes more sense for the kind of story that is happening for him.
Yeah,
The dice know what to do.
I agree. I think you're right. And the fact that it came as close as it did
Yeah,
really puts a fine point on it, I think.
yeah, that he's like almost there, and he quite yet know how to deal with being almost there and not like not having a definitive success.
So, thank you for playing with me tonight. I hope you had a good time with the Fall
Great.
Festival.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
and we will see what lies in store next for Temerity. And to all of you who are at home listening, I can't wait to see you again, and thank you. We love you. Good night.
Yeah.